Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This may be a rather short-lived intro because my microphone has gone on the fritz, so I am using the in-camera audio at the moment. So this is going to be a rather short video. It's all about this little guy right here. This is the Insta 360 II 360 camera that packs unbelievable amount of features into such a small little item. This is going to be kind of the first of three-part series. What I really wanted to do is basically focus on what you can do with this little guy first before we get into things like how do you take certain aspects of the 360-degree view in Premiere Pro and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into that in the second video. The capabilities of this guy are just incredible. I know a lot of YouTubers have already posted videos of this, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. So hopefully this will give you a little bit different perspective. I've captured a lot of video over the last few weeks, kind of out on the trails, or if you look at my last video, I'll put a link up here. Kind of my adventures out there trying to find the perfect angle to shoot a shot along the river into the mountains. So I used this camera kind of to create some B-roll when I was shooting that video. Like I said, I am going to show you a number of different ways that you can use this particular camera for B-roll, for shooting your kids. Now I decided to get the little extension stick, if you see that guy right there. What's cool about this is that you just kind of screwed it on this little camera, and it's a two-step process to get this thing started, right? Turn the power on, you can hear a little beep. Now, I don't know if this gets captured in the video or not, but you can kind of see the little screen there that's capturing the 360-degree video. And then it's just a button press, and then you're recording, basically. And one of the most amazing features of this, and the reason why I acquired this thing, was because of the fact that it doesn't require any kind of setup. You don't have to compose your scene. You don't have to make sure that your camera's pointed in the right direction. No one cares that you have a flippy screen because it's capturing everything around you. And I'll show that when we hop on the computer here in just a bit. Now this particular camera is about 600 Canadian, which I guess is what, around $1 US or something like that?
$1.83 American. What are we gonna get with that? Gotta love that exchange rate.
Okay, maybe a little bit more than $1 US, maybe around 450, my guess would be somewhere around 450, 500. So this is going to be about a third maybe of the price of one of these guys, a cell phone camera, but it gives you so many more features and so many more characteristics and things that you can do with it that you just simply cannot do with this guy. Or with obviously a video camera that's on a gimbal that you got to do all the setup and all that fun stuff. So has built-in audio in it as well. And like I said, we're going to hop on the computer here in just a second and I'll show you a little bit more about it. I'm going to start with kind of a walk around the neighborhood here with my daughter, and I'm just going to click on the video here. You see I've clicked it on the left hand side, and what we are in is the Insta 360 Studio application itself. So I feel like this is the great way to kind of get an idea of what the footage would be like. So I'm going to expand that back out again, and we're going to click on play. And I have got the volume turned up here to about 50%. I'm going to bump it up just a little bit more because I also want you to hear what the audio sounds like straight out of camera. So what I want to do also is I want to show you kind of, this is a direct view here, and there's a couple options that you can see in the camera. You can see that you've got an option for fisheye, for asteroid crystal view, perspective, and equirectangular. So I am going to click on, right now we're on perspective. So I'm going to click over to fisheye, and I want you guys to see what that looks like. Now, one thing you can see that this is something that no camera that you have ever used before, if you've never used a 360 camera, can do, is I can drag the footage, I can show you everything around me here, right? So I mean all the way up even into the sky, which to me is just absolutely incredible. Now you can see here that it actually takes out the stick in the video. So I'm holding that stick that I mentioned earlier in the intro, and you don't even see that in the video. It removes it in the actual video. So the software itself does that. So pretty freaking cool, I think. And I am actually very impressed with the level of clarity that you see here in this particular video. Now we were just walking around the neighborhood and I was holding this stick up like kind of the Statue of Liberty for those of you back in the States, but yeah, just a super really kind of random test of what the footage would look like here. So I'm on fisheye. I'm going to take that back to perspective and see what everybody thinks. And like, hopefully if you could just leave something in the comments and let me know what you feel like it looks like or what you like the most. Personally, I think I like perspective the most, but I leave that to you guys to see what you think. So like I said, everything around you can see here. And like I said, I am super, not even a mosquito that it captured there around the lens. So really, really impressed with the quality of the video in the Insta360 here. So that's the end of that particular video. So let's click on over here and let's go to this video. Now this was shot last weekend when I was on the river trying to get some perspective, or trying to find a place to actually get a good shot along the river down into the mountains. Some of you may remember. So I was just playing around with what this would look like on video. And you see here that kind of that dead tree that I mentioned, I think, in the previous video. And I wanted to move on to show my daughter and I playing disc golf in a course in one of the local parks, and kind of show you what you can expect to capture kind of in a forest setting. It's a little bit different than what we were seeing before, right? So that's her throwing her disc down there. Yeah. Now this video I wanted to show you just because the perspective is really nice. So I put it on that big long stick that I was telling you about, and it looks like drone footage actually. I'm just holding it up straight up in the air, and you can see how it literally looks like drone footage. We get a little bit of lens flare in there. You can even see the trees. Kind of another disc throw here. I want to just, actually I included this because it was such a good throw.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Again, the audio is actually not horrible. It can sound a little echoey at times, phone for sure, and you do have that option available to you. That's a good throw from her too.
You did, but that's okay. It looks
Again, the amount of information that's captured in here is just stunning, so pretty crazy. And this is with no effort, basically. Just holding the stick, clicking record, basically. And this one I thought was a pretty unique perspective, something you just simply could not do with a phone or a video camera easily. Now I just put the Insta360 on a stick, and I literally just put it up right up into the cherry blossoms. And pretty crazy the level of detail that you can capture. I'm just shocked almost how cool this is just to be able to do this. It took me several minutes. Literally just put it on the stick, the extended stick, and put it right up in those blossoms. Did a few little recordings. And yeah, like I said, it's almost like drone footage, but you could never get this with a drone, right? So just to me, pretty fascinating what it can simply capture. Well, isn't that awesome? I don't know. For me, it's awesome. I don't know. Maybe not for everybody. And then in the next video, that's where I'm going to get into how you would edit your particular footage, from which perspective you would like to include and all that, if you wanted to create a video in Premiere Pro, as opposed to just having a video file itself that you could drag around. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope everybody enjoys this video. Like I said, my reasoning for creating this was simply to show you the kind of footage that you could get out of the camera. Everyday footage, not crazy footage that you're riding around on a motorbike or whatever. I hope everybody enjoyed. Have a great day.